Finish doing your push-ups. How many you got left?
Hell no.
How many you got left? How many you got to do?
How many you had to do, boy?
Since you can't answer, come on.
First she said 75.
Yeah, but you crying. When you cry, you do more. So you're going to do more because you're crying. I'm not dealing with crybabies. Look at the tears in your eyes. You got tears in your eyes now. I'm not dealing with no more crybabies. So you're going to do 500 because you're a crybaby.
No.
Huh? Let me check. I checked it the other day though, but one there. So what Cammy gonna do? Or you got?
Y'all answer my cards.
Now what she gonna do? She gonna give you 500 or 250 or what? 250.
I was gonna play these two. This. Then that. Then that. Then that. Then something else. Then that.
I got a skill. You got a skill.
I got a green skill.
I got a red skill.
Exactly.
And that's what you want.
And then let me call it.
Wait.
And then call it.
So she already gave it to you? Damn. Oh. She knows she had to give people some damn money. Yeah. That's what I said. She leave here too. Yeah. Right. Yeah. But that ain't your concern. We talking about journey. Yeah. Are you still working? I know you still working. Yeah. Yeah, mine ain't hit yet.
Oh! I wouldn't. I did that. Now, they got right here football.
When we go back, we're supposed to be making hospital beds or something. When we go back to work, we're supposed to be making hospital beds. We're making hospital beds.
Trash.
Beds.
Trash.
The beds. Bed, you sleep in? Bed.
Little. Can I do that for you?
It's on the cheese.
Get the
Yeah, call me through Facebook.
get the cards.
Call me through Facebook.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
You take it. Yeah, huh? I lost up. Now you're around there to get on that couch. You don't want to run fast.
I don't get no push-ups.
See, why you always laughing? Ain't laughing. Hey, somebody laugh at you. I'm gonna be. I'm gonna laugh. put something you will not do it.
I'm at 38.
Can you see me?
I see you.
What the hell? Oh.
I see you.
Oh.
I see you.
Yeah. Hospital bed. Bed.
Under the beds.
B-E-D.
40.
B-E-D. B.
Can I do 75?
75. Yeah, do 75.
B. B. B as in boy. E as in elephant. D as in dog. Yeah. That's what I was trying to do. You weren't paying attention.
Stop!
And he gets gonna hit me.
Yeah.
What you gonna put on the foot?
Bye, Dave.
You go.
I guess. I heard this little law they're supposed to pass where you're supposed to be getting like an extra $13 an hour. You heard about that?
Stop!
Yeah.
You missed.
Yeah.
He got the cards. Wow, what are you doing there? Not you right.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ah. Ooh.
You see how I'm working out?
You got to push up. You got to push up. You got to push up.
Little six pack coming in. You see it? Little soft. Yeah.
Oh. Shoot.
I don't even do too much. We can go to the park with us today. It ain't gotta be that major.
Oh. Dad, tell me to do push-ups.
It just might take a.
Stop. Dad, tell me to do. Stop hitting me then. Go somewhere else. Look at
It just might take a
Go
little
over
longer.
there. Study up.
If you go at your own pace, it'll you go at your own pace.
You know, I'm Jay. And I'm there for you. Dad, can you get Jay? He came up here kicking me. No, he came over here.
You crying here do push up. You ain't doing no push up. Go.
Go.
Yeah, you can. Hey. I don't know. You need to come over. We've been having like family games, playing games, like family games. Yeah. We've been like, you gotta guess like stuff. You got somebody on your team. You gotta guess something. You know, whoever get it right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta act it out. Yeah, you like acting out. It's on a phone though. Phone? Yeah. Well, Nudie was on my team and Coco was on Jeanette's team. Yeah. Yeah, we can do it Saturday. You can hate. When? Saturday. Yeah, I go. Little Jack, leave him alone now. Leave him alone. Yeah, I go.
Why are you laughing?
You like that, huh?
Daddy!
You like that, huh?
Daddy, Nunu was laugh at me. Now I want to do push it. Ha ha ha. Hit me with that ball. Okay, so why you would laugh at me? I bet I did that little call. I'm so coupled. What's the fun? Oh, not out in the cold.
What journey you doing? Huh?
Coco, no, fall down.
Yeah, I need some. Huh? What you said? Who's selling it? Who?
Coco.
Wait here at your house?
Coco, no, fall down. This is dead. You screw up. Dad, tell Nunu stop messing with me. I don't do push-ups. Stop kicking me. I ain't kick you.
Yes, you did. You kicking me in my face.
Daddy, you got me. That wasn't in the other room. That was in our room.
Oh,
I'm in my room, boy. Bro, I'm gonna get Tony stuff. I don't remember the time you had done it, so you scared. Thank you. Ha ha.
okay.
Ha ha. I got one.
I think that got some.
Dad, tell me to stop throwing stuff to me. Stop. That's what you need to do, Dad. I don't care. I'm hot on the couch.
Well,
You're ready
okay.
to tell me to hide.
Before is right here. So you gotta
alright.
I still can get it. I get it. 2 push-ups. Look, Coco. Oh. Wait, did it actually hit you? Oh, it made me. Coco, this is like water. Take it. You're so. Huh?
First of all,
Hello, Coco.
because I'm not moving.
Because you drunk all the drink.
That's right.
See, if you were doing some push-up, I'll make you stop right now. You can get a donut. But since you ain't done none,
He was hitting me.
but he ain't hitting you now, no.
When
So
he
let's
started
go.
coming, he was hitting me, and then
Let's go.
no, that's not what happened. Nunu, CJ.
If he was doing push-ups, he'd be stopping right now. Start over, because I ain't get she hit me.
Oh, funny.
Let's go. See how you crying? That's why you gonna do push-ups. I'm not dealing with crybaby no more. But you crying. You crying. You crying. Because you crying. I told her I'm not dealing with no more crybaby. Learn how to stop
Hey,
crying.
leave me alone. I'm
Where am I
not
gonna push up? Don't look over here.
Tell Mama, yeah.
And I'm gonna tell Mama on you.
What you gonna tell?
They keep messing with me.
I'm right here. What you gotta tell, folks? Do your push-up. Let's go. want to hear it loud.
So you see my money?
I got money.
You don't got more money than this.
You around being a crybaby, think they gonna get you your way. There ain't no more babies in here.
I need one more money card.
Look up at the table.
I got one more card. Then what I got? I can live it with that. That's my card.
You ran out of course. Look. This is my card.
What? I like it. I like it.
Look what mine is there.
I want to see your feet on your bucket. Two. Mine is on my bucket. Money card. Yes, ma'am. Hey. I got money. Yes, sir.
Dude, let's go. You a long way from 100. 500. You can come on if I put some on now.
No, I wish I could.
We'll do it right.
Your turn.
You keep crying.
I believe.
not dealing with no crybabies.
I can't do 500.
But you can cry though. But you can cry all day. How you can't do 500 but you can be a crybaby?
Yes, we will.
I got it.
Wrong with you?
Dad, someone come over here?
Yeah.
When? Today?
No.
Going to? What? What donation? It's not laughing.
Yeah, she said you bad.
Who bad? Journey?
You.
I can say I'm bad. Johnny said it.
Yeah, I hear keys.
Huh?
I hear keys.
You see keys.
Hear them.
Oh! I got blue keys.
I got black, red, and white, and gold keys.
Oh, that's not blue keys. Oh, yeah. I got a blue key. I got a red key. I got a green key. I got a green key. I got a orange key. I got a green key. I'm ready. Wait, so. What is the one who goes to cold? Huh? I'm God done at commercial, but she hit me. She hit me in my outlet cold. It's cold.
Dude, that's this to do if I make you start over. Let's go.
I can't do 500. Why? How that do jam? I can't do 500. Do 500. Mama. Hey, Mama.
Hey,
Hey, what you doing?
smacking.
Maggie.
Yeah, I thought I got in the house.
Hey, Mommy.
I thought I got in the house.
Mommy. Can you do 500%? Hit me. Hit me with hit me.
What's your daddy?
Smacking.
What?
He sleeps smacking.
He's doing a bam.
He sleep
Smacking.
Oh, how much of a think about that?
Okay.
Go, go. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, I know still. Hey, pick up the phone.
Oh no, he gone.
Come on.
Dad.
We,
Cause he left his phone with us and he went to the store with Shonda. Yeah.
And we eat by ourselves.
Alright.
Bye, bye.
Hello?
Y'all say so late.
It was
Do a push up.
yeah.
Do a push up. Do a push up. I ain't getting you. I ain't getting you.
I was eating.
Stop it.
They
Okay.
got off.
Yep, it ain't contact.
Hey, hey, hey,
better check on the car now.
What? Yo, my first time going to get my coffee. And more.
I said, well, let me know what
Just
it is.
more Papa. Bye, Mommy. At the ball.
You were doing it?
No, the kid's playing YouTube channels. He not go I've been watching football.
Jay, you can't sleep in my bed.
It's not your bed.
It is my bed.
It's my bed.
Oh, I did my new bed. You can't sleep in it.
That's my new bed. You can't sleep in. I'm gonna get my lighting pillow.
No, I'm gonna get them LED lights go around the bed, and they only gonna be on during night.
Guess what? I'm got a lot of iPhones in my bed. A lot of clocks in my bed. I wake up, go to school, and do homework. That's all I do. Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You gotta clean your room up.
Yeah, I do.
You do. You forgot you even had one.
Well, I will air clean.
Hello.
So you know that's hard to do. Okay.
And help him on his backside. Somebody messed up. Really.
No.
continues her run, and Hurts makes the cut. Jalen Hurts is clear into Colts territory.
Yeah.
No.
Take a look in the backfield. Wanting to throw downfield. And is from the blind side by Devin Bellamy. Rush for has time and delivers a strike across the middle. And it is Riley Ridley. Adjustments off the 5. Rush for gets down. Underneath the throw. 3rd and 10. It's another run. And Michelle's free. Tony's a shot.
What they count off?
Answer one forward. Steps up. Escapes. All on the room. And no slide. He's going to take a shot. His favorite target. Don't forget that Tade Nave is also off to the left. Hurry. Playing Buckers. And inside the 5. Slipping away. Reaching for the end zone. Instead, the receiver comes in. They hand it up. They keep it. It's pushing to the edge. The Dogs. Talking in the first half.
No.
They're 36 up 13.
That's who won the one that Alabama or Georgia? Yeah. You said from what, Alabama or Georgia? You said, who said, which one you want to take away? No, Georgia win or Alabama?
Hit hard, spinning around, trying to escape and create, and now he's in the clear. The freshman shows some toughness, creating in Georgia territory at the 44. First down throw, a slant high, caught. Robert Bama throws right behind it. Screen, runs, the freshman, the true freshman, and he falls quickly. Second and 1, throwing again. Swing, long, the freshman going. Throwing again. End zone. Touchdown! He is all day to be able to make this read. Watch this, the top to the right. All day long, and eventually the true freshman runs, breaks through.
I didn't get a picture.
First down. It's Thomas trusted to make the throw back. You feel the Dogs wouldn't be here without Fromm coming in. Now Jones dropped behind the line. Abram avoided the disastrous play. 3rd down right here for Fromm. Delivers under pressure. Downfield. Caught. Hardman. A foot race. Escapes and scores. For a mistake. 5 months of meaning to me, as we said. Rolls, flips it high, and the traffic intercepted. DeAndre Baker. Points out of this drive, it's a 3-score game. Fromm again trusted to throw it first down. Batted in the air, picked off. The Tide response, Raekwon Davis. It's another big man interception by Cal.
What happened? Got to the wall.
The prettiest, but it's first of the time. Receiver wins out of the game on 3rd and 6. Fromm has plenty of time and delivers a high throw, and the catch is made by Riley. Out of 2 minutes in the quarter. Bo Scarborough hasn't yet got going. Big fella turns the corner and back across the every time Georgia begins the final quarter. Meeting Sonny Michel. And between the tackles again, Michel slips across the 40 from the Dogs in. Shove again. Georgia's only played 6 close games to come. Fromm Pressured size. Right up the middle was Raekwon Davis who made the pick. And continue with the theme. True freshman Najee Harris is in the game. And he makes a mistake in Harris. It's nothing but freshman. Frustrating act for Damian Harris for lead of no relation. Najee getting hurt. That's how they fake it to him. But lots of time. And a big push here for Cam Sims. He makes the catch. Good fighting. Spinach takes a big shot. Itty bitty snaps all here. And it's going to spark this outfield offense. Harris is the fourth take pass. Bounces it. Najee Harris in the clear. A powerful one. Still battling and slung out inside the 10-yard run. Snap by Jerry Jeudy. Watch number 4 in the front block. Boom! Right there on Aaron Davis. Set at the edge. And as I said, Aaron, you see Najee Harris. Very good at the field goal block when they got Oklahoma. Not just a pass. Takes off. Fairly predictable. Damian Harris comes in motion, hugging it all, fakes the run, and now he's going to flip it to Harris. Makes a man miss. And Damian Harris, after a frustrating day, spins. Very productive. Talk about what in there. Fire downfield. Jeudy goes up. Freshman in front of it again, and the tide set up inside the 15. Tagovailoa, plenty of time. Hitting the field, fire, end zone, touchdown! Calvin Ridley finally makes an impact. Najee Harris, turn the corner and hurry again. Looks like winding down. Harris has the handoff, fights off a high tackle and arrows out across the 40 at 227 pounds. Time with tempo, in the battle with Rollins defense. Think about a lot of sideline now. It's easy pitch and catch. For Riley Ridley, number 8. As Michelle only gained 36. Richard, watch, sacked, way back at the 35-yard line. Popeye just slides it through. Tagovailoa dancing around, circling back, drops. A disastrous first down play. Pocket play on second tip. That's his use right there. Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fire to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins! The Crimson Tide will not be denied.
Well, now your head hurt. Yeah, I know it. You still do push-ups. Still got like 400 some push-ups to do. I don't care how much your head hurt. Your head hurt because you got to do something. Your head wasn't hurt a while ago. Fine, you gonna cry, baby. I know it. Find some Tylenol. That still ain't something to do with push up. Soon your head stop hurting, going back to push up. So it don't matter. You can stop till your head start hurt, but you better not look at a game or video, and then you better sit down on the couch. Go take you something for your head. After you do it, sit down right here. Get off of it. Come on, give me half of it on it.
Half of the donut. I'm going to use that half of the no! I'm going to drive it away. You going to eat it cold?
Yeah.
Hot.
But you put them in. That's my flavor. That's my
Hello? Oh. Oh, what? Come on, man. Huh? Coco, did y'all take a brown envelope out the car?
No, it's in them. It's in the pocket of the driver's
She
side.
said it's in the pocket. She said it's in the pocket on the driver's side. Alright. Alright. Alright, you going to the park today? Alright. Alright. Coco, your mom can take that pork chop out and put it in some cold water.
This.
Is it pork chop? Read the label, Coco.
This ain't pork. This is chop.
I'm proud of you. Where's your head? Where's your head? Hello. Hello.
Leave it alone before you put it up.
Jay, leave him alone.
How did I do one? 2 pounds ago.
For me?
Yeah.
Because I ate one at one.
And then when you eat one last. Does that mean you ate? No, that means you're not eating that. You didn't eat noodles. You didn't eat noodles. What did you eat right now? What is that? Noodles. That's not chicken noodles. That's noodles. Chicken nuggets. Hey, don't say my food. Stop. You say my food.
Oh, you're mad.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just letting everybody know that y'all is just really like the only thing that matters to me. You're supposed to wait. They going to another level. Stop.
I'll go my way. I'll go my way.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The last run got 6, now second and 4. Throwing on second down now, Minshew. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Newton now to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Minshew, 1st and 10. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Ready. 50, hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking deep in the direction of Cook. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Newton escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold into a field goal here, That's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And no run back
Put him, you know how to put him inside the black thing?
It comes out to the 25-yard line.
The little black thing should be over there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A good game there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy if you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives. Let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to
go look in the room.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down.
This is it right here.
Late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore.
Just put one inside it. It'll fall in there. And you got to get the little charge and put it in on there.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Minshew sets to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Minshew. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. The extra point up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to waft one deep left side, looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Yeah.
Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Minshew throwing on third down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. On the run, it's Fournette. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Reuben Foster picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Bullet good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. From the gun, Newton. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Newton now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Newton eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Newton. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Check. Walk 54. Push him back.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Newton. Deep ball for Goodwin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Go.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead. In there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Diggs has it. Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs now. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that run.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
Now, nobody in trouble. Dude out of his head hurts, so he can go to sleep.
From the 50, Newton. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Minshew. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. He'll look to throw. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, Minshew looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Minshew sets to throw. And he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Come on, set. 15-1.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. Now he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Ready. Right there. 54 miles. Here we go, team.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Fighting through it. He's got space. The 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll come out in the pistol. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run it with Jacobs, and this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Try to run it in with Line, the fullback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They go with a fullback line. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal.
Not all
Trying
of
to
it.
give it to the first man through on 3rd
I
and
don't
goal.
know. You know everybody ain't no
Yeah,
tell.
about how they sold out on that play. Just decided, we know what you're going to do. You're going to bring it at us in a running game. And they had everyone tracking the football. Didn't let him through.
Bullock's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. He's back to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. He'll look to throw. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Why did that nigga throw my ball like that?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So the victory here for Seattle. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating each other and being